The classic 1999 science fiction film, The Matrix, tells the story of a group of people who one day realize that the world they live in is a simulation, which they then seek to break free from. Funny enough, a similar thing happened to a small percentage of viewers during a certain scene in the film when a small production error gave them an unexpected reminder that the film they were watching was itself also a simulation.
Do you want to know what it is?
The moment comes when two of our heroes, Morpheus and Neo, are going to visit the sage-like figure known as the Oracle. As they stand in the hallway outside the door to her apartment, there's a gorgeously composed insert shot of Neo's hand reaching out to grab the reflective metal doorknob. However, in addition to reflecting Neo and Morpheus, the doorknob is also reflecting the camera lens. It's the sort of thing that you probably won't notice the first few times you watch the film, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. That being said, the production team appears to have come up with a pretty ingenious solution to hide as much of the camera as possible. They've covered it with a replica of Morpheus's outfit, complete with his tie, and they've placed the camera in such a way that it somewhat blends into Morpheus's torso just behind it. To be honest, unlike some production goofs, we're genuinely impressed by this bit of old-school movie-making ingenuity. The 1999 film Fight Club is one of the most meticulously constructed movies of all time. And more so than any other film we're discussing today, you'll definitely need to pause the movie if you want to catch some of this film's hidden Easter eggs, because some of them appear in only a single frame each. We all remember Tyler Durden's first iconic scene in the film, right? While on a plane flight home from a business trip, our unnamed protagonist suddenly realizes that there's a strange man in red sunglasses seated next to him, played to perfection by Brad Pitt. The stranger then strikes up a conversation, and the two discuss airplane safety cards, homemade napalm, and soap. Although our narrator doesn't realize it yet, this encounter is about to change the direction of his life forever. But what if we told you that this fateful meeting isn't actually Durden's first appearance in Fight Club? At several points earlier in the film, Tyler briefly appears spliced into the film for only a single frame in each appearance, as though he's flickering in and out of existence. Those of you who've already seen the movie can probably guess why the filmmakers decided to do this. And for those of you who haven't, we wouldn't want to spoil any of this movie's many delightful twists, so you'll have to check it out for yourselves. The Star Wars films have always presented landscapes that are rich with surprising visual details and secret Easter eggs. One of the most famous hidden examples occurs in the 1999 film Star Wars Episode I: The Phantom Menace. But it comes and goes so quickly that you'll probably have to pause the film to see it for yourself. The moment occurs midway through the movie, when the Galactic Senate is meeting on Coruscant. Among the many aliens that we see gathered together in this meeting are a trio of creatures that will definitely be familiar to most film fans. They appear to be the same species as the aliens from the 1982 movie E.T. the Extraterrestrial. This inclusion makes sense once you remember that the creator of Star Wars, George Lucas, and the creator of E.T., Steven Spielberg, are longtime friends and collaborators. In fact, this is the second crossover we've seen between these two franchises, since E.T. the Extraterrestrial also had a Star Wars reference in it. When E.T. is wandering around on Halloween, he sees a child in a Yoda costume. E.T. then starts to approach the child, repeating the word home over and over again before his human companions drag him away. The 1997 film Men in Black tells the story of a secret organization that protects the Earth from extraterrestrial threats and works to keep the existence of aliens a secret. Shortly after our protagonist, Jay, is recruited into this organization, he's given a tour of the Men in Black's extensive underground base. Though there are many unforgettable sights he encounters during this sequence, one shot is so dense with information that audiences had no choice but to pause the scene if they wanted to take it all in. Jay comes across a computer terminal that sits at the base of a massive array of holographic screens, all displaying real-time footage of various real-world celebrities who are secretly aliens. Among the many celebrities displayed on the screen are Danny DeVito, Al Roker, Sylvester Stallone, Dionne Warwick, Newt Gingrich, George Lucas, and even some Men in Black filmmakers, including director Barry Sonnenfeld and executive producer Steven Spielberg. Now we've arrived at what's probably the most hotly debated and controversial moment we're covering today, a certain infamous hidden message that appears in the sky in The Lion King. The moment comes midway through the film when Simba stands contemplatively at the edge of a cliff. Overwhelmed by the weight of his past regrets, he collapses into a tired heap, As he does so, his weight sends a cloud of dust and leaves swirling up into the air. For a few frames, the dust appears to arrange itself into 3 letters, interpreted by some viewers as SEX. Christian groups raised concerns about the moment, though Disney denied they were actually seeing anything. Later interviews with animators revealed that the message was supposed to say SFX, a nod to the film's special effects department. However, for the 2002 IMAX re-release, and in all subsequent editions of the film, Disney decided to save itself any more future headaches by just removing the letters entirely, replacing them with abstract swirls. The 1999 film Cruel Intentions contains no shortage of sexy, pause-worthy moments. But there's one scene in particular that's gone down in cinema history as one of the steamiest images ever captured on celluloid. When the rich and heartless Catherine discovers that Cord, her former lover, has left her for a girl named Cecile, she comes up with a plan for revenge. Catherine befriends Cecile without Cord's knowledge and makes it her mission to corrupt Cecile in his eyes by making her sleep with as many other people as possible. One day, when the 2 girls are having a picnic in the park, Cecile expresses some hesitance about her new boyfriend, saying that she's never even kissed a boy before. Catherine, seeing an opportunity to help push Cecile towards promiscuity, offers to show her the ropes by practicing with her. Cecile follows Catherine's lead, and after a brief yet passionate makeout, Catherine pulls away, leaving Cecile clearly wanting more. It seems as though audiences were also left wanting more, and this iconic kiss became a moment that many were fond of pausing and/or rewatching over and over again. It won an MTV Movie Award for Best Kiss, and has since been parodied many times. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Looper videos about your favorite movies are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.